All right, today we are at the loft and we got some special things to show you here. So let's go in here and get Steve. Hey Steve, how you doing today?
Hey Chris, good. How about you?
Oh, pretty good. So I heard you got some pretty interesting things in here today.
Oh, we got a few new things in the shop, so let's go take a look.
All right, buddy.
So we can start here. These four guitars here are made by Cream Tea in England. So that's Newman. The Newman Custom Shop is in the United States. Their standard guitars are made in England. And I'll show you what's cool about all of the ones that we handle. These have swappable pickups. This is a magnetic cover. Pull the pickups out. Easy as that.
That's slick.
You can change that with a P90, a different humbucker, whatever you want. And you can even buy these mounts and put your own pickups on. So it doesn't have to be Cream Tea pickups. These guitars are really a good price point. These are under $2,000 for one of these guitars with these swappable pickups.
That's really cool. Let's take a look at the back of that while you got it open there.
And we are the only U.S. dealer.
And what's the knob for on it?
That knob adjusts your pickup height up and down to fine tune it.
That's really
So
slick.
you don't need a screwdriver. You don't need to plug anything in. It's all made for simplicity. Great stage guitar. You have one guitar with a whole box of pickups.
That's awesome.
So we've got those ones, and then we have the Newman. It also has the swappable pickups, and that's the guitar that Billy Gibbons plays. He plays those quite often. It was designed by Keith Richards, that body shape.
Right.
So at any rate, we've got more of those coming in as well.
The purple one, does that have switchables or is that...
All of these are swappable pickups, every one of them.
That's really cool.
We've got one coming in that is a Tele style with a fixed Tele bridge pickup and a replaceable neck pickup.
All right, those are really cool. So what else do you have here?
So we got some other cool vintage stuff in here that's very rare. And these came from a family collection. The father was a longtime Fender employee. Collector, wasn't a player. So we can start with this one. This guitar right here is a one-piece solid quilted maple body. They made 29 of these guitars. They were meant to showcase what the newly formed custom shop could do. And this one was unplayed in a case, in a box.
It's got bird's eye neck on it.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous guitar.
Number 6. Or is that?
Number 9.
Number 9.
This is number
Okay,
9
so
of 29.
Number 9 of 29.
So that's a pretty cool guitar. Then here's one that is even rarer. This one was meant to be a Jimi Hendrix signature. 1980, they built this prototype, and they never got the family to sign off until the 90s. But it said that they made 4 of these. If you notice, it says original prototype, not for sale. And it said that they made 4 of them. Interestingly, Stevie Ray Vaughan owned and played one of these. John Mayer owned 2 of them. And later, when they got permission from the Hendrix family to do this reissue, they used John Mayer's as their model to build them by. But this is one of the original prototypes. I have found 6 different serial numbers on these. So even though it said that they made 4, I believe there was 6. But this one was unplayed.
That's an original tag there you got on it too.
That's
as well.
original tag, yeah.
Yeah, that is real slick. You always get to find the really rare cool goodies. I don't know how you do it.
Now these two, you notice they're like a matching set. If you can take a look at those, they're the same, basically the same appointments. One's a Tele and one's a Strat. And so we're selling them as a set. And the reason is because these ones, you notice the serial number on it?
000.
Both of them are 000.
And 000.
He was built in 1992. But if you look up this Custom Classic 1992, this guitar does not exist in any books, on the internet, anywhere. So these guitars are one of a kind. The set is one of a kind. So this would be a really cool thing to have in a Fender collection.
Absolutely.
Because you'd be the only person that has them.
And that's got a lot of bird's eye in it too.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
the necks.
Gorgeous.
Super bird's eye.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful work on these. So, yeah, those are just a few of the things that we have here that are...
For both of them being serial number 000 and that rare, I think you kind of got a cheap price tag on them myself.
Probably is. Probably is. But nonetheless, the family would be happy with that. So these ones we're selling for the family to take care of the bills of their fathers. So we're happy to for someone to get a good deal, at the same time help out the family.
Right. It's hard to get one very rare guitar, let alone have 3 of them standing there right next to each other like that. That's pretty crazy. Actually, 4 if you count that one there.
This one here is also, well, this one here is also, yes, a rare one from original hang tag, 1996, number 744 of 1225.
And that's got a really
50th
tight
anniversary.
flame on it.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
So these guitars, because they're unplayed, we haven't changed the strings on them. They're still as they were coming out of the cases, and we have the original boxes for them as well.
That's crazy. Original box too, not just the case, but the box.
Boxes they were shipped in. Yeah.
That is nuts.
So, yep, come out and see us at the loft, and hopefully you'll find something that you love, that you have to have, that you can't find anywhere else.
I think any room that you go into, you'd find that exact thing.
I think you're right.
Wonderful collection here. We're going to go around and take a look at it.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
There's another interesting one here. There's a 1966 Candy Apple red jazz bass that is in really good shape for matching headstock.
Oh, wow. This is original 66.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the finish checking on it is just perfect.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Oh, that is. That's super, super clean. No belt rash or nothing on it.
This came from a fellow who was a bass player when he was young. He passed away and left his estate to the lady that cleaned his house.
Really?
And so she brought these up here for us to sell for her.
That is crazy. Look at that big F note. Now, is that considered an ashtray? Or is that
That's
just
a
a
good
kind
question.
of a Telecaster thing?
Good question. I don't think they call that an ashtray, no. The ashtray lifts off. This has to come off the screws.
Now, this here is just like a hand rest, right?
Yeah, and it covers the pickup.
Gotcha.
So that you're not,
Right.
putting your hand on the pickup. This one is a 75 from that same collection. And it's like
amazing.
brand spanking new.
Yeah, it's like finding a 69 Camaro in a barn that's never been touched. You know?
Yeah.
It's amazing when people hang on to stuff like that and preserve it.
Yeah. So those were some interesting finds. But,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
all right, no
People
problem.
will appreciate that. So I guess we'll start up here in your acoustic room. One of the 2 acoustic rooms. Take a look around. And if you want to come in here and talk about what they are, because I'm very uneducated when it comes to acoustics, so.
Well, in this room we have Bedell, Husson Dalton, Loudon, Santa Cruz, Bourgeois. I probably missed one, but at any rate, yeah, these are all higher end acoustic guitars. Most of them are custom ordered. Many of these are not production guitars. We order them special. For example, this one. This is one that we really like. This is made out of a wood called Quetzaloche. It's spelled Katalox. It's got a sap line on the side.
Oh, that
and
looks
back. Does
good.
that look cool?
Yeah, it does.
And inside the sound hole, you see that it has our label because this one was designed by us. Our friends at Santa Cruz, or at Huss and Dalton, build this in Staunton, Virginia. Very good company. They do some things that they usually don't do on their standard guitars for us on this guitar. We've sold a lot of these, and it's a guitar that is very responsive for a dreadnought size guitar. You can easily play it finger style or with a pick, so it's very versatile. And typically people that like Martins love this guitar. It's not because it's like a Martin, because it's different enough that it gives them something that they don't have.
Right.
So
I
this
love
is what we like.
the spots in that. How they
Yeah,
kind
isn't
of
that
bled
cool?
into the line. Yeah, it
Isn't
looks
that
good.
cool?
I love seeing the wood grain on guitars. I don't mind them being in color, but I just like, you know, let it be transparent so you can see the tones and stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So that's a kind of a special one. I've got another special one in the other room. I should bring it in and show you.
Okay.
This is the oldest wood that we have in the shop. A lot of our wood is old wood. We have guitars here built out of tree mahogany, Brazilian rosewood, but this one is a wood that is from New Zealand. It's called Ancient Kauri, and this wood is estimated to be between 40 and 50,000 years old.
Wow.
This wood, they don't allow it to be exported from the country anymore, from New Zealand. This log was found in the excavation of a foundation for a big building. And when they unearthed it, they took it out. They knew that it was an old piece of wood that was valuable. So, yeah, this is the oldest wood
That
we've
is
got.
crazy.
And that dreadnought right there is made out of the same wood as well.
And which one is that?
With the light top
The
on
light
it. That
top
one right
on it.
there. That's got the same wood on the back and sides.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
So
cool?
one of them long-necked dinosaurs probably ate the leaves off of that tree. Look
Yeah.
at the waving in that.
Isn't that cool?
I've never seen anything wave like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of quilt stuff, but
There's a few
that's just something else.
few
yeah.
guitar builders that have some of this wood that they got before the ban. Santa Cruz has some of it. Santa Cruz's upgrade for this wood, their upgrade, is $35,000 for
Just
this wood.
Curious, what's the price tag on that one?
Price tag on this one is only 15 grand.
Really?
Yeah.
For
So this-
some wood that's like
Yeah.
that old?
Yeah.
That
And
is
I
nuts.
called Tom Bedell and I said, Tom, do you realize what other people are selling this wood for? And he says, no. I said, well, look up Santa Cruz's price upcharge on this. Their guitars they got a couple of them advertised for over 40,000 that have this wood on.
Wow. And
This
they
one-
said like 50,000 years old, huh? That is nuts. And look at the fretboard on that. Now that's a wood inlay on the fretboard?
It is really pretty inlay.
Very detailed. You got to move the string to actually see it. Because the big E kind of covers it.
And it goes around the headstock as well.
I couldn't imagine having to route that out and get it. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, they do a very nice job, and the way they voice their guitars is unmatched. It's amazing. It's a science.
Yeah.
And they've got it down. They've got it figured out really well. And so we're really happy to be dealers for Bedell guitars because they're just really, really good people.
That's definitely a beautiful guitar. That's one to be proud of. That's a collector for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds great. Not only is this a collector's item, it's a playable guitar.
Right.
It's one that anybody would be happy to play. So
Wow.
there's only one. So
So
they made two. This is the first one. They made one. They're going to make another one, but they haven't yet. So this will be at best one of two. Right now it is one of one.
So with wood being that old, you don't have to worry about it shrinking or anything like that now, right?
Well, you always have to worry about it in conditions like we have here in Ohio, because we have dry, we have humid, we have hot, we have cold.
Right.
So any acoustic guitar needs to be kept either in a case or in a room that the humidity and temperature is monitored. So we always recommend keep any acoustic guitar humidity level between 45 and 55 if at all possible.
Right. And that's
Yeah,
the
well,
whole
for
reason
sure.
I don't even mess with acoustics, because they're so temperamental.
They are.
Yep.
They are. But if you do that, or keep them in a case with a humidifier in, or a dehumidifier pack, they last for hundreds of years. So
Yeah, that's
no
beautiful.
problem.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at the back of this one here. You said this is the same wood?
Same wood.
Oh, wow.
Like feathers, doesn't it look like?
Yeah. I don't know if that comes out on the camera or not, but it does. It looks just like feathers, just like you said. That is super crazy.
And this guitar is under $9,000.
That is nuts.
And it's got $35,000 worth of wood on it.
That is crazy. Super crazy. I don't know if I'd sell them that cheap. 101 and the wood that old?
Yeah, yeah.
My lord. Here, I'll stick that back for you.
I'll get it.
Okay. You always have the coolest stuff when I come here. You always usually have something that somebody played or owned that's famous, and
Yeah. I think we've got maybe one over here that is.
you had Billy Gibbons gold tops and
Yeah.
Sima Hollows, all kinds of stuff.
I don't know if you know Jude Cole. He's a country singer in Los Angeles. So this is the back cover of his first album. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guitar that's on that cover.
That Rickenbacker right
Yeah,
there.
that's
That is the guitar.
That is the guitar. It's a
and it's only
1966.
$9,500.
Yeah, it's a 66.
That is crazy. Let's pull that out so we can get a good look at that. I get a lot of flack for showing so many Gibsons and Fenders. It's not too often that we get to see something that's that old and from somebody famous, and not being a Gibson. It's a Rickenbacker.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of pickups are those, Steve?
Well, these are called toaster pickups. So, their Rickenbacker makes them, so it's their pickup.
Yeah, that is super cool. 1966, huh?
Yeah, it's in
Really good shape.
nice shape, isn't it?
Just a couple little very light
Yeah, very
impressions. I mean, yeah, that's super clean.
So we got that from our friend Mark down in Texas, and we've got a lot of guitars from him that were special guitars. This is one of the B.B. King models, his signature models. That the thing that's cool about this is for a couple years they made these, and this one needs dusted. Anyway, if you notice, there's nowhere on here that it says Gibson.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this is a Gibson, but it doesn't say it anywhere on the guitar. So there was just a few of these models that were made like that. We had two of them here. We just recently sold one, and we got one left.
And there's no sticker inside because it don't have the
Because
F
it doesn't
holes.
have an F hole.
Yep. If it had an F hole, you might have had a chance of having Gibson in it. But
Yep.
yeah, that is really cool too.
And this is something new from Loudon. Loudon is known as an acoustic guitar company. They recently started building some electric guitars. This one is called a GLJ. This is a solid carved top. It's not a laminate top. Solid wood.
So it's just as thick as you can see right here on the side.
Yes. And this is one of the best playing guitars that we have in the shop. This thing is so easy to play. It almost plays itself.
I absolutely love the fretboard, not having any dots or inlays in it.
Very rich looking. Isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah. This is really an excellent guitar.
Now, is that a string through, or do you got to put the little eyelets down in there and hook them? Yep, a string through.
That's right.
Yeah, even the backing plates are wood. Got the
Fit it
serial
in there.
number. Oh yeah. Now, would they consider that a 5 piece because of the
Yep.
thin pieces in between. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very stable. So, yeah, these are great guitars also.
Now, all these ones that you got up here, how many of them are real vintage versus conversions? And conversion still has real vintage in it.
All right, so these two are conversions. Those two right there.
So you take like a 50s.
So those were both, that was made from a 56 and this was made from a 57. That's left-handed. So a left-handed conversion made from a 56 Junior. To find a left-handed Junior from 56,
Next
it's
to
almost
impossible.
impossible. Very, very few made. And as far as real bursts that were made during those years, I believe they've said they found 5 that were made, left-handed bursts. So that is a very, very rare guitar. These other ones are newer ones. This is a Murphy Lab. This is a true historic R9 Murphy Lab 68 reissue. I believe that's what that is. 68 reissue custom. So the rest of them are all newer guitars. I think this one is a 76.
Yeah, that's my old one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's a 76. It's still here. And then this is a 74 deluxe.
Oh, so they routed it out.
They routed it out.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's been played. It's a player guitar, but it sounds really, really good. So we were thinking about taking it back to original, but it just sounds so good.
You only got
Somebody's gonna want it.
$2,500 on that.
Yeah, somebody's gonna want that one. It's a player's guitar, but somebody's gonna want it because it's a good guitar.
Now, do you think that's detrimental to a vintage guitar when they've routed it out? Because most
Well,
of the time they did it way back in the day.
Yeah, it lowers the value. Yeah, because anybody that wants stuff vintage, they want it all to be all original. Definitely lowers the value, but
I see you got a heritage here too.
got a heritage. Yeah, that one is from '88, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Now, would they consider that one a light? It looks awful thin compared to the other Les Paul style ones that they
It
make.
is. That's the way. Yeah, they make theirs a little bit thinner, and this is a different kind of cutaway. There,
Like a
it's got
Florentine.
that Florentine, yeah,
Yeah.
cutaway. So
That's a good
I
looking
actually
guitar.
picked that up at a garage sale down in Florida.
At a garage sale.
I just got done golfing, and there was a garage sale near the golf course, and my wife said, "Let's go to this garage sale." They had that there. So.
I don't know how you get so lucky, Steve.
Well, I didn't pay. I did pay him for it, so I didn't get it for nothing. So, and then this is another heritage. See that? This is a rare one, with that type of a Bigsby on it. This was ordered this way, new, 1990. The fellow actually ordered it in '88, and it took 2 years to build it, and so he's ready to sell it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
This one's 1955. ES 225.
Now, what's the difference between a 225 and a 125? Single versus dual pickups?
Some of the 125s had 2 pickups on.
Because I had a
that's a good-
125.
Yeah, they're very, very similar. 125, 135, 225. There's slight differences, but this one's had a neck reset. You can see it's got a little chip there, so it's not
bad. No.
it's not 100%. But the electronics are still the same. This is a 61, all original, but it's had a little bit of work right down right here. All of those, they had bad heel joints, and so typically they had work on them. And there's it's got a crack on the headstock as well. It wasn't snapped off, but it's got a crack. See that?
Right.
It's
That doesn't bother me at all.
But the pick, everything else is original on this. The fellow bought it brand new when he was a kid, and just the wiring harness and pickups are worth 15 grand on this guitar. So
Really?
yeah. So it's like,
Wow.
if this wasn't a customer of ours, we might think about parting it out, but
Right?
we can't do that to him because it's got sentimental value. So that's a 65. This custom is 65, I believe. Yeah, 65.
Now these are sought after just because Les Paul and Mary Ford had that triple pickup,
Yep.
white one. That's aged
But this has had some work
beautifully.
also, you see. It's had work done here. There's a bit of a crack, and it's been oversprayed right here to cover up the work on it. So, again, this one is not worth as much as it would be if it was 100% untouched original. But now this one being a 65 would have patent number pickups in it, whereas the 61 will have PAFs in it.
Now what is, school me on that, what is the big difference in the pro and con of PAF versus patent number?
If they're before 65, it really doesn't matter.
No?
It's just a matter of the sticker. But collectability, just like the difference between zebra, double blacks, double whites, collectability says that the double blacks are worth less, the zebras are worth more, the double whites are worth the most.
Right.
They're the same pickups. They were all hand wound, so each one is different. One to another, doesn't matter what
What color
what color it is. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any difference. So
But it's just the color that will
Yeah.
make them worth
the
more
older
or
ones
less.
had long magnets, the newer ones had short magnets. The difference is minute,
Right.
not enough to make a difference in the sound. But collectability, people want what they want. So for me, the best value, patent number pickups, pre-65 patent numbers, they're great.
That's
If
the way
they're
to go.
Pre-T-tops, they're great pickups. And they're way cheaper than ones that say patent applied for.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to appreciate that too.
Yeah, so you'll spend a third of the price on patent number as you will on PAFs.
Well, that's really good information. And I'm sure everybody watching this video will appreciate that. So yeah, this is the loft, you guys. I just love coming down here. We found Steve, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years ago now. I don't know. We watched this place change several times actually.
Yeah, it has changed.
The very back room that's got the amps and stuff in it now. That used to have
Cases.
storage. Yeah, cases. Yeah. Yeah.
Our cases are all outside in a trailer now, so we got more room for guitars inside.
And then this is their brand of guitars that they build themselves right here at the loft. Well, they actually moved their facility down in Canton, where you guys seen that video. But this is their brand, the Lays brand. We just checked them out at the last show. Joel didn't make it down to the Columbus show, but
And interestingly, one of our luthiers downstairs is also building guitars with his name on them. And as of this week, Eric Gales is playing one of his guitars.
now, who is Eric Gale?
Eric Gales, he's a guitar player,
Okay.
left-handed. He plays left-handed and upside down. He plays strung right-handed, but he plays it left-handed. Like, there's only a few people that do that. Very, very good.
That's
guitar
crazy.
player. Eric Gales, check him out. He's played with Bonamassa a lot. He's in that group of guys from California that play together a lot. But he's been on his own for a while now, and he's very, very good guitar player. Check him out.
All
Eric
right.
Gales.
Well, let me take them around and show them what you have available here,
All
and
right.
then
Thanks.
I'll come and
Appreciate
say
you
goodbye
coming.
to you. Here's the nags. These things are stupid crazy too with their woods. It's like PRSs. They always have really nice wood. If anybody's looking for a bedazzled one, there you go. Imagine seeing that on the stage. I see you got a robot here, Steve.
I got several.
Green, blue, purple. You had 6 of them, huh? You know, as much as people hated those things, to have one that hasn't been dissected and in mint condition is really nice for collection now.
The other thing on those robots, I've got a charger for each one.
Do you?
It's rare to find the chargers. So all of those have a charger that comes with it.
There's been a couple times I almost bought one to dissect and change the pickups and stuff because I love the headstocks on them.
Yeah.
I love the crown and the bound headstock. And
But they work fine, and you can tune them by hand if you want. So it's almost like there's no reason to take that system out of them, and it's not easy.
no,
The second generations were just a whole unit on the headstock. These ones actually are powered from in here. The power comes up through the strings.
really?
Yeah, that's how these are powered.
Oh,
It's
that's
through the
crazy.
strings. So it is a system that it's better to preserve it than to tear it apart.
Yeah. Now, see, if I was to buy it, then I wouldn't have nothing to do on the show if I didn't tear it apart.
That's true.
So, oh boy. Got some Gretches, Guilds, Epiphone, Nagstorm. There is just a little bit of everything in this shop, you guys. I mean, if you can make it down here, I highly recommend coming here because you could spend a good part of the afternoon looking at this stuff. Very interesting things. I mean, just look at everywhere you turn, something really cool. I'm pretty. Is this Hofner bass one of you guys refinished?
Yeah, I mean, it was that's a custom shop finish. It's not refinished.
Yeah, not refinished, but you guys finished it out.
We finished it. Yeah, both of those, yes.
Yeah. So they come from Hofner raw, and you guys finished building them. And
Correct.
Yeah.
They come with body and a neck, and a bag full of hardware, and we
you guys did some in cloth too. Those turned out beautiful.
did, and we've got one more, at least one more down at the shop that's in cloth, the same as the one from Chris Stapleton's band. They've got one it's in cloth. JT Crew, if I recall correctly.
Here's the custom shop that I was always drooling on and always had a hold tag on it. You know, I tell you what, the crap of it is every time I'm able to get something, there's nothing around that I really want. And then as soon as it is where I can't purchase nothing, I keep finding all these deals, you know?
Yeah.
You guys always have a nice selection of amplifiers here too. And they're not crappy amplifiers either.
There's a selection of pickups for those cream tea guitars. These are all different. Everyone's different, and that's a P90. So those are. There's one model that comes with 5 Billy Gibbons signature pickups. It's baby blue.
Really?
We got one coming in.
So when did Billy Gibbons start playing them? Because he used to always be a Gibson guy.
He's played, he plays a lot of different guitars, but he's actually helped Cream Tea design a lot of their pickups. So in his guitars, even his Gibsons, he puts Cream Tea pickups in.
Really?
Yeah. So that's his pickup of choice. And the guitar that we built for him had a Cream Tea pickup in it.
Right.
One Cream Tea in the bridge. That's what he likes.
And you can take that to the bank because Steve knows him personally.
I
And
know.
Joe Bonamassa.
I know.
You can go to Joe Bonamassa's concert and probably just walk backstage.
Well, no.
Pretty
I
close.
still gotta have permission.
Pretty close. Yeah. What's the story with these victories?
Victoria.
Victoria.
So, yeah, those are very well made hand-wired amps. This was based on an old design. Actually, Bonamassa did a signature amp that's built like this. Fender built with his name on it. But we just got another one in out here that is it's a Tweed Deluxe circuit. A little bumped up wattage to 20 watts. It has a half watt, half power switch on it, and it has two 10-inch speakers in it.
This has got two
10-inch
10s in it.
eminence in it.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool amp.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be a
Sounds
single
really good.
12.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
10s. That's
So they
that's
make
really
it
neat.
in a single 12 or in two 10s. So I ordered this one with two 10s, and yeah, we've done well with Victoria amps in here. They're good quality amps, and these have. I particularly like the ones with a vintage sound, so
Right.
I typically get the vintage Tweed style amps.
Yeah,
like 'em.
I'm a sucker for the vintage Tweed stuff too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can finally make it to this back room. Oh boy, I just love coming down here. Look at this. I think that's a 610. Yeah, 610s. It's got the wheels in it. It's ready to go. Yep, it's just a very unique place. You guys have to come down here and check this out if you can. You can find their stuff on Reverb, and you can come to their website and actually look at their guitars there too, but they're not always all up on their site or on Reverb, so you kind of miss out when you're just trying to shop online from here. So they just have so much stuff, it's kind of hard to get everything up for sale and listed. You know, if somebody comes in and buys something, then you got to take it down. So I know from experience that's a pain in the butt. So try to make it down here if you can. There's just a lot to look at. And then again, here we go. 000 on both of these, Stratocaster and Telecaster. Alright guys, well, it's been fun. I gotta go pick up the wife, and we got some things to do, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and just end this video now. And till then, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the loft. I'm always telling you guys to check this out. We're having Joel build us a special Telecaster right now as we speak, and I'm going to talk to him about getting some Strat necks and bodies so I can start building their stuff on my show as well. And we were going to do that today, talk about that, but Joel was not available today, so we're here with Steve. And it's a good thing because we got to see some really rare, cool things. So until then, guys, take care, and let's say goodbye to Steve. Say bye, Steve.
See ya. See you next time.